in for Feast, who just couldn't get onto the end of it. McPherson, and the ball out of bounds. So 3 minutes remaining.
Hutto, just an update on David Webb-Wunder. It appears he does have some tightness in his calf. It's not enough to keep him off if they need him, but at the moment they are going to rest him.
Well, that makes sense. There's no point injuring him when there's certainly no chance of a victory.
Taylor coming crashing through.
Hasn't been bad, Richard Taylor. 13 kicks, no hand passes, 3 marks, couple of tackles.
8:13:61 plays 1:9:15. We're closing in on three-quarter time. Embley helping it on its way. Wooden couldn't get the arms free. And again, the ball over the boundary line for about the 70th time for the day. Plugger's given up counting.
Yeah, I've run out of ink.
It really has not been the most attractive of spectacles, for a massive understatement. Embley getting it moving. O'Keefe's been good for the Swans. 17 possessions, as has Kerr. Continued to work really hard throughout the season. 12 possessions for the Eagles today. Jakovich just couldn't break clear. Kirk and Kennelly runs away out of defence. And the crowd lifts every time he touches the ball. Cresswell couldn't get to it. Matera has been working hard. O'Loughlin swooping. Cresswell again. Dispossessed. Matera stuck the boots in. Umpire letting it all go. Bolton got it forward into the pocket, and again it's over the boundary line.
It's going to be interesting. A couple of minutes away, Ken Judge is going to talk to his troops at three-quarter time. There's not a lot you can say to them on a day like this, but from a West Coast point of view, there's a lot of young players, a lot of senior players as well, I guess, that are playing for their futures. I mean, it's been a disappointing year. There will obviously be a number of changes at the end of the season, so they certainly have a bit to play for, the West Coast players.
Well, Ken Judge knows all about that with the Eagles during the week, saying they're not committed to him necessarily fulfilling his contract of one more year.
When things go this badly in a season, particularly a club that's used to success like West Coast, I mean, it's obvious there'll be changes made, but you just think that would fire everyone up to make the most of their opportunities, wouldn't you?
Paul Williams standing by to come back on as well.
(8:13 to 1:9). Getting towards the end of this third quarter. Swans have kicked 2 goals, 4, and the Eagles have kicked 4 behinds.
I guess when you're having a day like today, you've really got to, sit down and take, take the positives out of it. They're going to go into the last quarter here, and I guess if they can get one positive out of this game is try and outscore Sydney in the last quarter. But the last thing that they should do is throw the towel in. They've really got to keep working hard and see if they can outscore Sydney in the last quarter and at least go home with some positives out of today.
A goal would be nice, wouldn't it?
Well, 4 points. Just something to get them over that 1 goal 12.
Still, it's 8:13 to 1:9 and a minute remaining in the third quarter. Stafford, Colliker, Haynes, who's shown some signs of promise, getting them deep. Jakovich was pushing and shoving with Dunkley.
Here it is.
Big opportunity, and it's a goal. Embley kicks the goal, and finally it comes, and the Eagles have no longer looking like they're going to get their lowest score ever, Jason.
No, thank goodness. It was not before time. They pushed the ball forward. Unfortunately, there hasn't been a great deal of system about the way they've been going forward today. They just haven't had the focal points they'd like to, haven't had enough of the ball to kick to them. But at least Andrew Embley on that occasion managed to pick the ball up and kick a goal, ensuring that it won't be their lowest score ever.
Gee, Gardner's gone down. I hope he's okay. We've seen players get injured slipping over in those centre bounces in the past. Swans deep into attack. Only 30 seconds remaining. Cresswell kicked a goal earlier in the game from that position, not this time. Gardner's limping off the ground.
Yeah, he's coming off, Hutto.
He looks okay, but in fact he might call for the ball out here on the wing. Colliker had a chance to kick it to him, but instead he goes longer to Haynes, and it was a good kick in the end. So the Eagles suddenly with a bit more spirit about their